Good morning, everybody. This is Jake from Jake's Sports Takes. How's everybody doing? Good Saturday morning. A little bit wet, but it's Saturday morning, and hopefully everybody's going to enjoy their weekend. Today on Jake's Sports Takes, we got some preseason NFL. The NFL has officially begun. Everybody is having their first preseason game besides the Hall of Fame game. Two UFC title fights, UFC 330 tonight. I'll give a couple predictions on the title fights and maybe some major fights. How they're going to win. I'm going to get into the Little League World Series. That begins on Wednesday. We'll get into that in a little bit, and we will... So let's get in my Stump the Snake trivia question of the day. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for the Blue Jays got evaluated last night for a concussion after a collision. I did not see the play, but I believe, I'm hoping he's okay. Hopefully it didn't do too much damage, but hopefully that he will be okay. It sounds like he's going to be, probably going to miss a few games. Last night in Atlanta, Tua Tagovailoa, once again, proving my point why Atlanta picked him up, and he struggled like a dog through 2 picks, including a pick 6. I said that was a very, very big reach pickup. I don't think it was a good decision by Atlanta to pick somebody up like that who has been inconsistent, injury prone. When you already got one young quarterback who's injury prone, I don't think it was a good pickup. I don't think Tua is going to be an NFL quarterback. Good, is a good NFL quarterback. He's inconsistent. He's injury prone. He's really never been healthy. He's risking having another concussion. He might be done in the NFL. Atlanta just needed somebody to at least maybe ride the ship until Penix can keep himself healthy. I think it's a mistake, but that's just the NFL for you. We'll see what happens. Thankfully, I hope I can't remember what his contract was. I think they only signed him for a year, and it's right because I don't think he's going to be an NFL quarterback. What I did read about Jets preseason game last night is that Cade Klubnik had a big game, finding some targets. It sounds like the Jets are going to play all 3 quarterbacks. Was Geno Smith the right answer to get? Drew Aller had a big game for the Steelers, 3 touchdowns. The rookie out of Penn State. Rodgers better be hoping that he has a decent year this year, because maybe Aller may be the long-term answer in Pittsburgh. Now, I know it's preseason, but a lot of teams are playing their number 1 defensive guys, but Aller had a really nice game, and he may potentially take over the job for Rodgers if he struggles this year. We have some, for the Texans, for my other Texans fans, we have some unfortunate news. Graham Mertz, Houston's 3rd-string quarterback, has officially torn ACL. Unfortunately, he probably is going to be done for the year. It's unfortunate. Hopefully they don't need him. Hopefully Stroud stays healthy. He has a good year, and he gets his contract that I believe is going to be deserved, but we'll see what happens. Little League World Series, as I said earlier, begins on Wednesday. Team from Northwest Little League in Davenport, Iowa, qualified yesterday, winning the Midwest Regional. Congratulations to them. This is the 22nd or 16th time from a team from Iowa has gone to the Little League World Series. The first time since 2022. Congratulations to those kids. As I said, that begins on Wednesday. Now, if you're not familiar with the Little League World Series, I believe there is now, don't mark my words on this. I think there's 20 teams, 10 from the United States, 10 from 10 international teams in regions. They'll break them. They'll do pool play. It's best, I believe, 8 teams will qualify for the best 4 out of the United States, and best 4 out of the international qualify for the quarterfinals, and then it's single elimination from there until we get a world championship, which would be an international versus the United States. So we'll have a United States and international game. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully the team from Davenport does pretty good. Best position I think they finished was 3rd place back in 03. Now remember that World Series, or no, 01. That World Series was, or it might have been 02. Anyway, I believe that was the one with Danny Almonte, the controversial pitcher from the Bronx, the team from the Bronx, who originally got 3rd place, but they got stripped of all of it because Danny Almonte was 14 at the time because his birth certificate was falsified because he was born in the Dominican Republic, and he was 14 when he played instead of the age limit of 12. Now, I'm glad they have an age limit because I've seen some of these kids, they look big. They are big for a 12-year-old. You know, I wasn't even 100 pounds. I was freaking barely 80 pounds when I was 12 years old. Now, I'm small. I'm not a big man anyway, but some of this was ridiculous, you know. I read some of these statistics. These kids are bigger than, at 12 years old, than me. They're 140, 150 pounds, you know. Should they check them? Yeah. But at the same time, you can't really do anything about that. One thing I do like about what they do is they basically have favorites, like a favorite major league player, a favorite book, a favorite school subject, kind of stuff like that, kind of a survey of what they like to do. It's very, very interesting. I think it's cool. It's good to see some of these young kids, and a lot of them come and do play a lot of sports. You know, a lot of these people come out of Little League, come out to be famous athletes or actors or stuff like that. And some of the teams, they come out and bring some notes of, like I was watching the Midwest region, they came out and they said, like the Davenport team, they said, you know, gave some heads up of what, you know, about that city or that Little League. And it turns out that, and it was true, that Seth Rollins is from Davenport. You know? But, anyway, now off to the UFC 330 card. The main event for the men's welterweight title, Makhanoff is the champion against Gary. Makhanoff, or however, the guy who is the champion, Makhanoff, I believe he's gonna win in round 4, knockout. I mean, he's got some major knockout power. The question is, can Gary hold his own? I mean, he's got some major punching power and can take a lot of damage. Makhanoff, I believe, will win in round 4 by knockout. Our co-main event is the women's strawweight. Mackenzie Dern from Brazil against Jillian Robertson from Canada. Dern's another one who can take a lot of punishment for a female. This, I don't think she's going to take all that much damage. I'm going to take Mackenzie Dern to win by knockout, but she can deliver some damage. So I'm going to take Mackenzie Dern by KO in round 3. A lot of these I'm not going to get into. There's like 10 fights on, like 7, 8 fights on the card. We do have any NASCAR fans. We do have a cup race tonight at Richmond. Last night's truck race got rained out, so they'll race later this morning. So they'll race later this afternoon at Richmond. We'll see what happens, if there's rain in the area or what happens. But hopefully everything, there's 3 races to the chase cutoff. We'll see if some people can move up, keep their places in the chase. It's going to be a premium. My Stump the Snake trivia question of the day. With the Little League World Series beginning, what state has had the most appearances as a U.S. region in the history of the Little League World Series? Now remember, this has gone back to 1929. It was the first Little League World Series. What state has had the most appearances in the Little League World Series? Anybody has the answer? I actually do know this. Drop it on my link. My link and follow me on Instagram at Duke Nats Texans Fan 11. Remember, that's on Instagram. At Jake's Sports Takes on YouTube. Everybody have a safe day. Have a great weekend. Stay dry. It's kind of chilly out there. Everybody have a great day. Have a great weekend. I love you guys. And peace out, my nerds. And as we do it on Jake's Sports Takes, hugs and hand pounds, everybody. Love you guys. Peace out.